We have been incredibly blessed at Horses of Hope to be able to have some outstanding horses donated to our program. Both retired show type horses and then just great quarter horses who have been great in people's lives. But the beauty of that is they go on in this program and can live the rest of their life out here, really giving back to others in a very special way. And that's very special, number one, for the horse, very special, number two, for the client, and then really special for the donor who's donated that, because they know their horse is well taken care of. They know their horse has a purpose and a mission in life till the very end. And the hardest part of our job actually is having to be a part of the end process of those great horses, because there's a time to live and a time to die, and we have to take care of that. And Vallerie and I probably would both say that that's the very hardest part of this, is completing that process of that horse's life and being a part of that and being very honorable about that, because without great horses, we can't do our job effectively, and we can't bring that sense of hope to people that's the reason we do this.
Make no mistake, the stars here at Horses of Hope are the horses themselves. That includes 19-year-old Get a Grip, trained in both Western and dressage. Grip's versatility make him the barn's go-to man. The Palomino with the beautiful mane is Shiner's Romeo, a former reining horse. Romeo was the 2008 AQHA year-end high point horse in Equestrians with Disabilities Trail. And then there's Chip Chocoholic, known simply as Chip. In his 20s, Chip has a long list of accomplishments in the show arena, including top 10 World Show finishes. And here at Horses of Hope, that's only continued. He was the 2009 Equestrian with Disabilities High Point horse in every class: showmanship, hunt seat equitation, horsemanship, and trail. And was the 2010 High Point Showmanship, Western Horsemanship, and Hunt Seat Equitation winner too. Impressive accolades, but the real impact is what Chip does daily here at Horses of Hope.
Well, whenever I'm on him, he makes sure that I'm safe. And I think that's one of his first priority is I think he's probably thinking like I have to take care of Jessie. I think he's thinking she loves me and I love her, and I think one of his main priorities is try to make sure that I'm safe and make sure that I'm really comfortable with them.
Jessie has a couple of special horses in her lives, and they each have a special place in her heart. But she and Chip just have really connected on a pretty special level. And we have watched over the past couple of years as she's shown him, we have watched her change. You know, from a girl in showmanship that all the way to the judge leading her horse, she never took her eyes off the ground, to now a girl that's going to make eye contact with the judge, smile. If he has questions, she'll look at that judge and answer. And that didn't happen 2 years ago. And that's come from the confidence that Chip's given her. He always does his job, he does what she asks, and she has to ask right. He's not going to do it for her if she doesn't ask right. And she's such a natural. She's not a rider that I had to show him how to sit in the saddle or how their legs needed to be. It just happened for her. And there aren't many people that happens for. A lot of us have to work a lot of years to just get that position naturally, and that just comes so easy for Jess.
I just love his personality. He's such a sweet horse, and sometimes he can be stubborn a little bit, and I have to get on to him. But I think that's just his way of telling me hey, I'm you work me, so I have to work you. So he challenges me every day, and he makes me a better rider each and every week. And whenever we go to horse shows, I just I don't think about competing. I just love being around Chip.
These are all top caliber horses with many accomplishments that for physical reasons can no longer compete at the highest level. So their owners have donated them to Horses of Hope so they can continue to be productive. while making a difference in people's lives.
I've found over the years, almost every show we go to, once people hear the name Chip Chocoholic, I always have someone come up and either say, man, I've judged that horse a lot over the years. I used to have to compete against him. He sure beat us a lot. Or maybe he's been in their lives. And all the people I've met that have owned Chip, he's had a few different owners through the years. About every one of them gets very emotional when they see him. He obviously makes a strong connection with whoever his riders are. You know, we've stood at the stall and people have cried and hugged and loved on him that he's been a part of their lives, and trainers who have had an opportunity to work with him, and he's kind of helped them continue, you know, kind of help make their name, if you will, in the business, because he's been such a great horse. And he still keeps doing it here. He's pretty special.
Oftentimes people think we're a rescue for horses, and we say, oh, no, no. And in some respects, yes, we are, because we provide that sense of comfort for those horses and a sense of purpose for those horses. Many of the horses we get, and the reason we get them is they are flawed in some way. They no longer can keep up the pace for trail riding, showing, whatever those are, because they have a limitation in some way. They have a disability, if you will, in some way. And so we do have to work. It is our job at Horses of Hope to take very good care of those horses from a farrier standpoint, from a veterinary standpoint, from a maintaining standpoint. It's very important that we keep them feeling comfortable and sound and able to do their job, their new job that they have here at the center.
People ask me sometimes, do you miss showing? Don't you want to show again? Don't you miss? And I don't, because I get some of the best horses really in the world that I get to work with. I don't have to start over with any of them. I've just got the best job. These horses come in, most of them have already spent years under saddle, have hauled and gone lots of places, so there's not much I'm going to show them here that's going to bother them. You know, they've kind of seen it all and heard it all. And they're just so solid and dependable, and we couldn't do it. It's without their good minds and their willingness to let us sit up there, and oftentimes we're sitting up there unbalanced and uneven, and they're surrounded with sidewalkers and someone at their head and someone over here throwing a ball at them, and they just do their jobs and know their jobs, and it's just, we just couldn't do it without them.
Every day, you can witness the measurable, physical miracles these horses are making here. But the emotional impact these horses are having on their riders is equally important.
I think I changed because whenever I first met Shelly and Vallerie, I was like really, really shy. And now I'm like coming more out of my shell and just like coming up and talking to people, and it's like not really that awkward for me anymore. I consider him like as one of my basically kind of only friend. Like some of my friends, like whenever I try to tell him something, or if I'm like having a bad day, they go like, I'm too busy. And I just go like, I normally wait on Wednesday or Thursday to come, and then I'll like say, Chip, I'm like having a bad day, and he just like looks at me like tell me your day or your week, or so he like just listens to me. So, and this guy, he normally nudges me or gives me a hug or something, just to make that day, like make me feel better, and it always works.